Okay, we're back, Eric. Hopefully, it didn't want to walk there for a second. Um, didn't want to walk there for a second. Sorry, I'm just back literally after getting somebody. What's happening? Just trying to confirm this actually what I'm seeing. Sorry about this, Evan. Hopefully, everything's good. Just let me know if it's good, sorry, because there's a lot of stuff happening now at the moment. Don't know if this is confirmed now, but I probably should wait and get confirmation before I say anything on it. Just give me a second. Don't have any confirmation on it. We're back. Okay, that's fine. Just checking. No, I don't know. Sorry for this, Evan. I'm just looking at what's happening. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I don't know what's happening at the moment. Apparently, they're trying to bring them in the Gouda fans. Apparently, I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out at the moment. They're trying to bring the refugees in the Gouda fans. That's what I think. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's going to be major trouble now in a second. So I'm just watching it here. What's happening? So they're trying to block one of the gather. I'm watching the live stream here on Twitter. Here's the OIC. Yeah, oh, it's a hello, Iron yeah, it's a knock one. Yeah, I know, but it's 4 years now. And so nothing. Yeah, no, she's still missing. I don't know what's happening. We have to try and figure it out because it's going on too long. That, and I don't know. It's the Portuguese authorities. In that case, it's the Portuguese authorities. Like there's been requests there from the Irish government to the Portuguese authorities, and the Portuguese authorities are dragging their feet. So I don't know. I have to figure out what's happening. I know that they've been talking about the door. They mentioned the door there the other day. Um, but it doesn't look good now. Well, she's gone 4 years, 3 years or something like that. So she's gone a good while. So something must have either she's missing or something terrible. So, you know. Yeah, I think I briefly talked about it. Yeah, yeah, it's desperate what's happening. I'm watching it now. I'm only after getting some meat. No, it is desperate. But again, the only people to blame at the end of the day is the government. It's the government. The government shouldn't have never done this in the first place anyway. Just busing people into these places. Like people, you can understand why people are getting very angry because they've been saying it. I can't think. But tell me how long they've been on in Kulak. It must be nearly a year at this stage. They've been saying they don't want people in Kulak and stuff like that. They just ignore that. It's just not on. That's as simple as that. It's just not on. This carry on has to come to an end. And the government should like they could do it if they wanted to end. And when you see literally what you see, and if you see the screen in front of me, there must be about 100 Gaudi there. Yeah. But obviously, there should be no violence. Nobody needs to get hurt like that. That's why it's not worth getting somebody in a hospital for the cops or anything like that. So we have to try and keep it cool. I know it's a very tense situation, but let's try and keep it cool. 'Cause, there's a lot of children there. Like I don't know if you're seeing the screen I'm seeing at the moment, but not seeing my screen. I'm just not showing at the moment, just in case somebody gets hit or if somebody gets seriously injured into that. Like there's a lot of kids there. That's what I'm afraid of. The kids get hurt. They shouldn't really be bringing their kids to it. To be totally honest, because it is dangerous. Like I think a kid was just sprayed by An Garda Síochána. That's the usual. Well, not the OIC. Sorry, not An Garda Síochána. The OIC. We wouldn't even give them the title of an Irish Gardaí. We should just call them the OIC never left, just to say the Black and Tans never left. We're always here. Just to say too, I'm very proud of myself. Just to say, for the years when I was young, when I was very very young, I wanted to be a member of the Trinity Connor. Thankfully, I never went that clear path, and I never intended to. So thankfully, I never would because I would have resigned long ago at this stage. I would have resigned 3 or 4 months ago at this stage. And that's what I wanted to be actually when I was young. When I was in primary school, I wanted to be in Galders and Connor, catch the bad guys and stuff like that. But nowadays, it's just beat up elderly women, beat up young women, beat up children, beat everybody, but don't beat the people who's causing any trouble. Don't do that. You don't beat the people who are raping women, etc. Don't do that. You have to treat them like the king and queen. You know, the same with everything. Like, it's just not on. This country is a sorry state. It's a sad state that the country has come to this. That's how I say it. It is sorry that it's a sorry state that people actually have to go out after a Monday evening after work to go out and protest about it. It's sorry, it shouldn't have to. It is a sorry state of affairs. I'm not just to say I would love to show you the mum what's happening. Yeah, I know, but first, I was watching that bit of stream when he was west. It was coming the guard, the public order there. You're a prisoner now. I'm a journalist. No, you're a prisoner now. I don't know what he meant by that. Yeah. Yeah, it was West, not the public order act. He didn't. The only thing he did was refuse to give them his name, which I suppose in a way he didn't do really. Into whether they do the public order act, they can abuse the public order act if they want to. But they were just probably gunning for him anyway. To be told, they were probably just out to get him anyway. To be told, like there was people throwing bricks. Like there was a brick thrown at some house or something. I was up in some only Joe, like not even like a garage or anything. It was thrown at some person's house, the brick. Obviously, they shouldn't have done that to Anthony Joe's house. They shouldn't have done that. Obviously, the person who later, but that should be. But I don't think they can hold him for long. He didn't really do anything. He just didn't give his name, so we can't really do much. Whatever with the other people that were arrested, maybe. But we have to see, I suppose. But again, he was just reporting on it because again, you don't see OT out in the scene there reporting that they're the front line showing what's happening. You know, like you don't see OT. I'm sure if you put on OT now, not at all, you'll find OT will going out and reporting saying this is what the Gaudi are doing. They probably didn't even show it to other FS people. But the thing about the public order units, like the ones with the riots, they do have their name, like the numbers, and the only guard, like the one I'm seeing here, the yellow vest guards, they have. There was a 78-year-old man's pepper sprayed there. What I'm seeing, just to say, there's a live stream on X and on Twitter. It's Paul Fitzpatrick. He's the Irish Freedom Party. And that's where I'm going at the moment. So it's not confirmed now. Just to say, it's not confirmed that the Gaudi are bringing in migrants and the Gauda fans. It's not confirmed as of yet. I don't know. It could be. It could be right. I wouldn't put it past the Gaudi, which there's nothing yet. The OIC is out again. Um, See, I would. like to be there on the front lines, but the only thing about me is, I'm not good around the crowd, you know, that's the thing. I would have loved to be get well, not love to be there, but, I I would have liked to have covered what was happening in person, but, I've never been good in the crowd. So there's fireworks been thrown in the Garda Síochána, well, the OIC, sorry. Okay, I shouldn't give them the title of an Garda Síochána, because they are just the black and tans. I don't know what's worse, the black and tans or the OIC. I couldn't tell you. Two of them on the same level. Like, they never left. That's the thing, they never left. They've always been still here. Again, the only reason why I'm not showing you what I'm seeing at the moment in case somebody gets caught. Yeah, it's upsetting. It is upsetting. I'm upset seeing it. Like, it's upsetting to see it. It's a sad state of affairs seeing it happen, like seeing our country come to this. That we're fighting with each other. It's just not acceptable because like there needs to be put a stop to it. Either we do what they did in Finland, where we can turn people away. We do have to have a reason. Even if you're doing something like that, even that we can, you know, that it is going to kick off his Wednesday. Like, we haven't even talked about Donald Trump's thing. I'm just watching what's happening at the moment because the OIC is going to challenge them. Like, they are ready to challenge. There's a protest happening at the moment. I don't know if I clarified that. There's a protest happening outside the Garda perimeter of the area. So the OIC are there. They're all there with the riot kids. Like, they're all ready to challenge. Like, they're ready to battle. They're all ready to battle. I don't know what is the setup now. I don't know about the setup. I don't think so. I think it was this. If you mean by the sea, I think it must have been somebody must have planned it because they were told 2 minutes of events there was somebody up in the thing. But anyway, that's a big discussion. But I don't think it was a setup. I don't think so. I say it was just somebody that was, I don't know. It seemed like somebody that was just a bit disturbed that shot the bird. Like the CIA may have organized it. You know, it doesn't look like Donald Trump organized himself. To say I want to be shot in the ear. I don't think many people do that. But if the CIA maybe do that. The CIA are kind of known for shooting a few presidents. Maybe. Again, I don't know all the facts, but the what do you call it? The police and the Secret Service was told there was somebody up on the roof with a gun 2 minutes before it happened. Good evening again, sir. Like they are ready to pattern charge. You can see them getting ready. No, but people did notice. I'm sure you've seen the videos online. People did notice there was people literally pointing at him before he shot. There were people pointing at him like, "Holy Joes!" We're pointing, saying there's somebody with a gun up there up the roof, and the police like, "Huh?" You know, like this is 2 minutes before it happened. There was like somebody in an army uniform up there with a gun. Like they were pointing. There was 3 or 4 people pointing at it. Like I don't know if you've seen the videos. We'll probably show it later on if we get a chance. But yeah, they were pointing. Like there was people literally pointing a few minutes beforehand. You know, like that's the thing. It wouldn't mind if nobody was pointing and nobody noticed them, but there was literally people, and I wouldn't mind. But there were snipers there. Like there were Secret Service snipers. So I don't know how they didn't see it. Yeah, like, but again, I don't think that's the problem with it. Like, either they meant for him to, it might have been noticed this way, but either did the CIA organise it. Because again, the people did tell the Secret Service that they were pointing at the fellow for a few minutes. Like, that's what I mean to say. Like, they knew, like, they were told 3 or 4 minutes before it happened, even before he shot. But there was somebody up in the roof. There was somebody would have gone up on the roof, you know. You think that if you were Secret Service agents, if you heard that, you'd be like, straight away, we need to get him out of here. We need to get him away from this danger. Or either that, or we all go up with guns and try and get the fellow that's trying to shoot. But the fact of the matter, they did nothing. So either they wanted them to be shot, or or be killed, or anything, and the CIA, etc., etc. Maybe. Yeah, he's been acquitted too of classified information. You remember that case? That's been thrown out. But I don't. I think the secret agents, when they was the shot, that's all. When the secret agents, but the special, what they got, secret service, when the three of them behind him, when they took him down to the ground, they were good. Only for them probably getting them down, he probably would have been hurt even worse. Uh, but he's okay. At least he only got shot. I know he only got shot, but he was very lucky. Like I show you, there's a photo. Like if he didn't move his head. Like he moved his head, he was kind of facing that way when he was shot, and the bullet hit that part of his ear here, the upper part here. So if he was facing straight, the bullet would have went probably straight through this part for the brain and out this side. If that makes any sense. So he's lucky he just got it hit in the ear. So only for him turning his head, it would have went through the other part. It would have went through this part of the head too. It only went to hit his ear, which is not as bad as probably getting it through your head. If that makes any sense. Well, lucky, there's loads of people throwing bottles and stuff at the garage now. It's lucky that it's not It's lucky that it's not, Finnish people because they have Molotov cocktails and stuff. Lucky that's not happening because it wouldn't turn out well from a guy between the corners of it. You know, you know. But obviously they shouldn't be throwing stuff in the garbage can, obviously. Yeah, like definitely the CIA had a role to play in John F. Kennedy's assassination. Like definitely they did. But I suppose it's up for debate. But definitely the Secret Service was told. This is the thing. The Secret Service was told 2 minutes before they even shot the gun. There was somebody up on the roof. And, they didn't bother to do anything with that. Or they didn't move Donald Trump. You think they would have said, we're going to investigate, we shut down everything for a few minutes, then we'll figure it out to see was it true or not. But the fact of the matter, they did nothing. So, I don't know. We'll probably find out because I'm sure they probably, like the fellow did aim to kill him. Like, it's very obvious that they aimed to kill him. They didn't aim to wound him or anything like that. No, Shiny. Yeah, like he survived. He's back at work too. Oh, here's the batting charge. The batting charge. Oh, are they? Yeah. But I suppose more information will come out. But again, they were told 2 minutes. We show later on. But the only we would have been probably talking about that only for what's happening in Kulak at the moment. Give me a moment. Sorry about that. Sorry, I know I flew out the door now. Just making sure I thought the things happen. Um, sorry that I just flew. Probably five people. Um, yeah, like there's too much stuff going on today. That's the problem. Yeah, like that's what we're really talking. I'm watching it here live now. Like the outgoing batting charge is going to get a lot worse now in 5 minutes time. Whenever the batting charge, because they always sneeze there with like the black and tans, excuse me. They're there with the battens and stuff like that. They're ready to beat up people. Like they're ready to just beat everybody up, basically. Yeah, like that's what's in the Formula line. They're already so advanced. You know yourself. You've seen them many times before. They're ready to like they're ready to go at a moment's notice. It is heavy-handed, but I will admit there were some things that were done that shouldn't have been done. Other things being boned. I understand people are very angry, upset, but at the same time, you shouldn't be, boning places, etc. Does that make sense? But at the end of the day, the police are very heavy-handed here, you know, because at the end of the day, without saying anything else, the people to blame are the government. They should never have done this in the first place. Brought these many people here. They should have never done it. Simple as that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. They are fancy. They are fancy. Yeah, they're fancy now. Yeah, they're fancy now. One woman just after been done very badly there. She's after been just demolished by this purpose. But I show you now just what I'm seeing. Yeah, you're not allowed to have a veto apparently. In fact, of the matter, I'm sure you would agree, it's happened too much in every community. It'd be different if it was only one situation in the whole country. But it's every part of the country. So you see here now. So this is do you see this guard here now? Like they're literally on the other side of the fence too, just to say, I wouldn't mind if you standing, but he's literally pepper spraying on the side of the fence. What's the people going to do? Go and teleport them. Like you see this guy out here, he's very ho. Like literally they're on a part there. Like they're literally in the fucking place here. Like they're literally there. Like he's there. Like what's he trying to spray people that's literally 100 miles away from him? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they're just power hungry. Do you see them all here? They're trying to push everybody back. They've separated people. Like it's an overreach. Like these people are not trying to hit them with anything. Like OT won't show this just to say. I know there's no audio, etc., but I'm just showing you. Because there are baton charges, like, they're about to baton charge, you can see them getting the batons out ready to charge. But they're ready just to push everybody and hit everybody. Beat up old grannies, etc. But if there was people in the town causing trouble, etc., that they wouldn't dare go near them. But again, if somebody's going out to protest to protect the community, they go with the batons and beat you up. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to protest. But if you're breaking into houses, like your man in Mayo, as we were talking about the other day, he shot at burglars. Where was the Gardaí to get them people? They were nowhere to be found. They were nowhere to be found. Getting these people, they burgled these house and they got offered. The Gardaí never done it. You know. But you can see the black and tans here. Yeah, there's a lot of people. You can see all the people. Yeah, they are they have separated them. Like you see the girls here. They've separated them on the side of the road too. They've kind of moved the crowd into two sections. I'm just kind of showing you. Just I know there's no audio, but I'm just kind of showing you because they all going to bat and shout like they all ready to bat. Off for a second. Sorry. Um, yeah, but we see in the general election there might be a different change in the general election. Uh, we see because a lot of people don't care about local county politics. There's more. It's the same in Finland. Not many people voted in the local county election, but a lot of people voted in the European election, and a lot of people voted in the general election in Finland. Not many cared about the local county. You ask the majority of people who their councillors are at the moment, they couldn't tell you who their councillors is. Nobody really cares about local town, but it doesn't impact things. Yeah, then yeah, Irish Freedom Party, Irish Freedom Party, yeah. So yeah, well, if people see this, they definitely won't vote for them. That's what like the Green Party are gone. Like that's one thing for sure. The Green Party are gone. Like they're not going to exist. Whatever Fianna Fáil being again, maybe they might exist. But if they do bring, as I said before on live stream, probably often hummus, if they're bringing this hate speech bill, as it happened in Scotland, you remember the Scottish National Party brought in the hate speech bill. If you bring that in, all bets are off. I'm going to make my personal priority, along with many others, to make sure Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael wiped up the air to the vote exist, basically. Not in that we're going to shoot them all. Right? We're not going to do that. But that we get rid of them, they won't exist as a political party. And if they bring in this hate speech bill, everybody will guarantee they'll be gone. We're going to make sure that we never exist. Well, the batting charge, yeah. The batting charge, the few people there now. Yeah, but independents, this is the thing too. Independents did very well. 196 independents were elected for council, which is very, very good independent. So I'm just watching it because I'm afraid the show in case something bad happens. I don't want people to kind of see something bad happen. Let's say, for example, God forbid a child or something like that gets hurt or something like that. But it's literally, we are literally back in, like we're literally back in 1920s at this stage between that in Ireland. Like they always see in the black and tans. This is literally what it is, to be honest. Like, they're very excessive, what they're doing. It's very excessive, especially because people are just there and very angry. But the Gaudi are trying to incite what I think the Gaudi are trying to do, they're trying to incite more trouble. The only reason why they're trying to incite more trouble, did I tell you now, is because they want to bring in this hate speech bill. If they say there's gonna be trouble, the government will be like, "Let's bring the hate speech bill." That's what they want. Yeah, Paul Fitzpatrick. That's what I'm watching on next. But that's what they want to do. They want to incite trouble so they can pass this hate speech bill. That's the only thing about this. That's the only thing they want. Yeah, I'm just afraid I would show you, but I'm afraid to in case something bad happens in front of them. Yeah, I don't want to see anybody seeing a child being hurt or anything. Because anything could happen. Again, this is live we're watching now, so anything could happen. A firework will go off and hit somebody. You know. But on OT news, you see nothing like this. What I'm seeing at the moment, you're seeing what's really happening. On OT news, they just show you a small bit, and they wouldn't dare show you about people being sprayed, etc. Like at the moment, they're trying to bully a young lad. At the moment. Yeah. The Gardaí are trying to bully a young lad, probably maybe 15 or so. Yeah, but there's more, every same with any bus. It's the same. Yeah, like that's what they did too. Because obviously they shouldn't have been allowed to vote. People that just turned up. They shouldn't have been allowed. I don't. Not yet. The general election, just to say, Sean, not yet. They can vote. Like people just don't. They can't really. The local town, the European elections, they can. But unless they bring something in the meantime, they can do that in the general election. But we all know they probably will. Helen McAfee's basically said it as everyone said. And she wants people for turning up out of the blue just to vote in the general election. But they have to bring in something to do it. That makes They're bringing they're bringing a law to do it. Because it's only in the local town you'd be left technically. But again, they could do it if they wanted to do it, technically. But you get what I'm saying. Because they're allowed to do it during the European elections and stuff, but they're not allowed to do it during the general election. Because you have to be a citizen. You have to have an Irish citizenship. But we all know that didn't stop them before. Yeah, that's good. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Because the interesting thing about Finland was, like the Finnish thing, um, the interesting thing was that this new legislation the Finnish government passed, which could happen here if Sinn Féin had the balls too, probably to do it. The opposition, if they had the balls. Because the Social Democrats literally supported what the true Finns wanted, etc. But never what happened here, what was passed in Finland the other day. Never will be. Because it is the strictest in Europe. Like they can generally just turn away anybody at the border at the bottom of this stage without any excuse. Which is what should be brought in here, but never will. Never. It's sad to see this. It's generally sad to see this is our country. This is what's become. This is how far we let it go, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. He's nowhere to be found, Harry O'Kelly today. He's nowhere there. No, he's not there. Don't worry, because he couldn't get pepper spray. He doesn't want there's not gonna be anywhere near it. No, they're not gonna be there, don't worry. Apparently, this is not confirmed now, but apparently all the protesters are going to the Gouda station to whack it in Coolock. Apparently, again, I don't know yet. That's what's been said at the moment. I could be wrong. Like all of them are gone. Like all the Gouds are gone nearly. But the only thing is, they couldn't really do this in America. To be totally honest with you, the guards and the police, because people would have guns, and you don't really want to fuck around with Americans with guns. So they're very lucky there's no guns in this country, because let's be fair, it wouldn't turn out well if there was guns. Because at this occasion, I say people would generally want to get rid of them. You know, because this is literally wouldn't literally see this in fucking China. No, 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 you wouldn't see it in China. Like the police in China wouldn't be this bad. I know maybe it might be a bit hyperbole there, but literally wouldn't see it in China or North Korea. Let's be fair. Like you wouldn't generally see it. Yeah, but as I said earlier on, I wanted to be a gal when I was very young. I wanted to be a gal, but I'd be if I wasn't a British Connor now, I would have resigned a long time ago. Yeah. And it did say when I left secondary school only a few years ago, I would make a good community guard, but I wouldn't. Thankfully, I never went for it because I would have been ashamed to be a member from Garda Síochána now. I genuinely would be ashamed. I don't know. Again, apparently there are Coolock Garda station now. Just waiting. I think I'd try and be in it. But again, the fact of the matter is, say if I was a guard now, I know a lot of these young girls who are probably afraid. They're afraid to stand up to the superiors. But say if I was a guard now in the south and came up to me and said, "You must go up to this part of Dublin now," and there's some of them gone from Cavan, I think, up to Dublin at the moment. I think they've sent some of the guards up from Cavan. But say, take for example, that guy, them guards gone now from Cavan up to Dublin. If the South should come up to you, you're going to Dublin now to that state. A lot of them be very afraid to say no because if I said no, that'd be insubordination. A lot of them would lose your job. You'd be referred to the Garda Commissioner for insubordination because you wouldn't be doing the job. But I wouldn't have went if I seen this because I wouldn't want to be associated with this kind of carry out. Be totally honest. Um, but I would try to be fair because that's what a guard should be. You have to be fair with people. And this is not being fair. Whatever about fair, this is not fair. And that's just done straight up. Whatever about maybe people throwing stones and stuff. You can understand might be the way of the West End people. You shouldn't be throwing stones at people and stuff. But I get why people are very. You have to understand why people are very angry. Like I'm sure everybody gets why people are angry because it's going on far too long in Coolock, and it's going on far too long around the whole country. It's been going on for years, like more than a year. At least the public order unit has something to do. But again, it's happening all around the country. Now tomorrow will be some part of Wicklow, some part of the country. Thankfully, Cavan has been spared the majority of this. Thankfully, uh, What am I looking for? But that's what I wanted to be when I was younger. I remember from college from the con. I remember the OIC. So, I wouldn't want to be in the OIC nowadays. You know, I know that sounds like a queer thing to say, but that's what it would be. Instead of joining college in the con, it would be in the OIC because that's literally what it is. Like, look at this here. I'll just show you this picture. This is from Wow now. This is not from right now. Um, yeah, you can see it here. I'll just show you. So you see the Gaudi here. This is a public audio. You see this fella here. Like, look, the man's just sitting there. You see them beating him up with a stick. Just to show you. So look at this guy, the one now. Like, in fairness, he can fairly won. This fella looks like he's a bit, but this fella was just standing. I don't know what he did beforehand, but he's just standing there. Like, it's a bit over the top what they do. You see the fucking rugby tackle him to the back. Then this guy beats up the man when he's literally on. The other guy's literally on the fella. You know. Then they stop. Like, look at this. Like, what's he doing? Like, he literally has him on the ground. They shouldn't be able to do that. It'd be different if he was an assistant fight. But like, look at this. Like, look, this is police brutality, definitely. Like, you see him kicking him there. Like he's literally on the ground. There's three of them there. Like, what's he going to do, basically? If he did something wrong, like, look at this. This is very heavy-handed tactics. Like the fellow that killed, like, tried to kill them children up in Parnell Street, up that about Dublin, they probably literally escorted them into the van. Like, you see this here. They're treating him like he's like, look at this, just to show you. Like, this is police brutality. Like, it genuinely is. Like, look at them. They take about 900 of them. You see this fellow here coming trying to beat this fellow now. These cops, I think they're high on drugs. Like, they think they all take drugs at the Galway station, like whatever drugs they seize. It will show. But you see here, like, he's on, like, the rule of thumb really is if the fellow's on the ground, like, what's he going to do? Basically, this scout's literally standing on top of him. It's unnecessary to stop beating him with a stick. It's unnecessary. It'd be different if he was fighting back. You have to go. Okay, no bother, Fiona. No bother. Yeah, that is a plain example for used for. That's unnecessary, basically. But if he did throw something before, then fair enough. But like the fellow was literally on top and he was beating his leg, like he was literally there. Like, what was he going to do? Go up and start beating him up? It's a bit unnecessary. Like, it's all about getting him to the ground, but then start hitting him and then kicking him when he's on the ground. You know, it's a bit over the top. Let's be honest. Well, by a bit, it's a lot over the top because it's unacceptable that you do that. Yeah. But that's just one out of many. That's one out of many. Like, I would recommend people have a look on Twitter if you're on Twitter just to see the videos, etc. Because there's too many to show. But it's literally the black and tans of the OIC time. We're literally going back to this. But there's any news? I know they said a lot of people are going up to the Gouda station in Coolock. Is there any news about that? Because apparently they're going up to absolutely destroy the Gouda station. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. Um, So apparently, Martin Stevenson and Gavin Pepper, two councillors, two elected representatives, were sprayed by the OIC. Apparently, I don't know. There's not much proof of it yet, but it does seem like there's a video showing it. But it could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, so it's confirmed there that the four of them were sprayed, Gavin Pepper and the councillors in the city, Patrick Quinn. I think then. I don't know about Kevin Coy. I know about Gavin Pepper and Malcolm Stevenson and Patrick Quinn, I think was sprayed. I don't know about Kevin Coy. I don't know. Like the councillors that are elected, Gavin Pepper, they were sprayed. Like imagine spraying councillors too, but I suppose they wouldn't know who they are without, you know. But that's apparently so because it seems like that's what I'm seeing now on Twitter. That apparently they were sprayed, but they were pepper sprayed. Um, could be wrong in that, but it seems to be true from what evidence I'm seeing in front of me now. Um, just trying to figure this out. So I'm just trying to figure out stuff here. Sorry, give me a second. Just trying to figure out anything else at the moment. There's a lot of stuff happening. Um, it might not be the best room to talk about all this, but I'm trying to keep up to date with what's happening. It's too warm in this fucking room. Yeah. So it is trending number one in Ireland. Kulak obviously would. With what's happening. Understandable why it would be trending number one, to be totally honest. Um, So I'm just trying to figure out what's happening. I know I'm not probably the best YouTube to be talking about this, all I know. So it seems to be trending in the United Kingdom too, along with in Ireland, obviously. Um, uh, so apparently a lot of the protesters have gone up to the Coolock Garda station. So I don't know about that. We see, I suppose. I'm just trying to figure out because the other live stream ended, so I don't know what's the story yet. See, it's hard to keep live streams going 24/7, especially when you're in public, etc. Is a difficult thing to I don't know. See, it's hard to know what's everything's going on. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. See, you think the national broadcaster would be covering every inch of it, but no, they don't do that, unfortunately. Yeah, we couldn't do that because again, the girl would be showing up with the done it, so they don't want to do that. You know, imagine actually showing the Gaudi pepper spray in elderly women and men and children. We couldn't have that, could we? You know. So I'm just trying to see. What am I looking for? Sorry, I'm sorry to keep going. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on now. So give me. If I don't hear any more information, then we can move on to Donald Trump for a second. Jesus, it's too warm in this fucking room. I'm sweating like a pig. The cops. So apparently, news just coming in. Gardaí's pepper spraying 62-year-old terminally ill woman on crutches. I think we just it was in the live stream too. So apparently there's been a lot of damage done to Garda cars. I can bring you this now. So this is what's happening at the moment. This is near Coolock on the Garda station in Coolock. So see, just to begin, so you can see here. You can see the Garda is near enough the Garda station. There was him. You can see them slashing the tire and stuff like that, and trying to set the tire, etc. That's what's happening at the moment, you know. So I don't know. That's what we have at the moment. So there's a few Garda cars, most likely on fire, etc., etc. That's just a few minutes ago. Um, Unfortunately, there's nobody live now, like showing what's happening. It's all videos. See, that's why I would rather be there. But again, it's dangerous too to be there because you probably would get pepper sprayed into oblivion, especially me, because the Garda hate people recording, especially for live. Wouldn't like that. Um, Especially because I couldn't really stand there and let them fucking spray a 62-year-old woman on crutches. I couldn't just sit there and say nothing. You know, so I would end up getting sprayed over it, and even probably worse. God only knows what else they would do to you. Because again, the majority of these gals, the only explanation is that they're all high on drugs. They couldn't be doing this. They couldn't be that fucking evil to go and spray these people like 62-year-old woman. One was a 72-year-old man. Why would you go and spray elderly people? What's wrong with you, basically? What's wrong with these gals? They're just all fucking lunatics. So apparently they are at the Kulak Garda station. Apparently, again, there's very little footage, and apart from that footage I just showed you there a few minutes ago. But obviously, serious public disorder. Obviously, from among others, kind of really the video. But the good thing again, this is what the guards and the government want to do. They want to regulate social medias because that's what they stuff that doesn't suit their narrative, etc., etc. That's what they want to do because there's too much being shown. They're showing up on Golden Shinkan. They don't want that. They hate that. They don't want people to have um um. So that seems to be all that's really been said at the moment. So do you know what we do? We just talk about other things, but I kind of know it's probably hard to talk about other things, but just until we get more information about what's going on at the moment. Um, so a lot of stuff happening. Obviously tonight it's going to be a long night, basically. We're not going to be live all night, obviously, but it's going to be a long night, especially. And then we might have to be live tomorrow to talk about everything that has happened. Because there's a lot that's in the list. Give me a second. I just want to check something up before I do anything else. Because I do have something to talk about. I generally thought the only reason why I went live because of what happened in Coolock. We were supposed to go we were planning to go tomorrow night anyway. So I'm having actually brain fit now because there's too much happening in the woods to try and process. Too much in my head to process. It's a bit too much going on. Like it is a lot to process for everybody, I'm sure. Give me a second. So I'm just having actually a brain fit. So yeah, I got something in the post this evening. No, not this evening. Yesterday. I won't be able to show you the envelope, unfortunately. I have nothing to cover the address. Maybe I will. Let me see. Do I have any sticky notes? Do I? Maybe not. Oh, actually, no. Don't know, actually. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe I don't have anything to cover with them. I have because I can't hold up the thing and show you. But maybe I can. I don't know. We'll put a stick. Let me see. We use that. Let me see. So if I just keep it like that. So as you see, I put it up on the community post earlier on. So I just cover the address thing. And it's the back too. It's how the show. So that's why I was looking for sticky notes. It'd be a lot easier to show. But yeah. So this came through the post this morning. I tell you, there's a story behind it. So when I was in the Finnish Parliament, which the video part 4 came out today, part 5 probably out soon enough because I was in the Parliament at the time, the Finnish Parliament. The next part was, and I met somebody from the Department of Foreign Affairs in Finland, like not the Irish Department of Foreign Affairs, the Finland's department. Their government Department of Foreign Affairs, right? And they work for it and all that. But they wondered who I was. They thought I was an Irish diplomat because I had the pin. They thought I wasn't, especially because I was hanging around having tea and stuff like that in Parliament. They didn't know who I was. They wanted to find out who I was. So, you know, I kind of cheekily, well, not cheekily, because I think they said that the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs in Finland was there at Parliament. She was at some committee or something like that. She was there at the time. I didn't see her, but it was basically one of her associates that was talking to her, basically. So long story short, she took my name, etc., and where I was from, and she was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. You're coming here, and etc., etc." So, we got something in the post basically from them this morning. So, as you can see here, I didn't really ask. I said, you know, it'd be pretty cool, you know, if I could meet the Minister of Foreign Affairs, but obviously she wasn't available, so she was still at the committee meeting and stuff like that. So we got that. Did the icing on the cake, I suppose. Even though she's a true Finns, MP, but there you are. A handwritten autograph from the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Finland. So there you go. Like literally handwritten. So. So that was from the post, and I got an email too, from them too, basically saying I hope you enjoyed your trip, etc., etc. That was basically the end of it. So that I was going to put this up later on, but obviously with the whole lot happening there, so that was nice that we got that along with the thing and all that. So it's pretty shocked because I wasn't really expecting. Even though I was wondering why at the time the woman asked for my address and she asked for my name. I was wondering. I only thought about it after the fact, you know. So that was the reason why they asked for my address, even though it was a month late. But again, they're very lackadaisy. But again, it was very good to get. You know, this. I unfortunately can't show the whole envelope because my address is literally on it. But there you go. That's how I got that. So yes, fun stuff. So there you go. There's another one to add to the collection. We really should write to all the Finnish ministers at this stage and get an autograph from every Finnish minister. But very nice, yeah. So I was wondering why, because at the time I didn't mention it on YouTube that time, but I would have probably mentioned it because I didn't take like looking at it now, I wasn't expecting it this morning, first of all. But when I thought of it now after it came, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because they were asking me about it, they were asking me for my address. So I give it to them, but I didn't think in that moment about it. I wasn't like, why were they looking for my address and stuff like that? So that was the reason why. They were looking for my address. And it's signed, like it's, as you see, it's a hand, it's like she signed it herself. But I could have probably met her, because she must have been in Parliament because she was, the person that I was talking to was a high up, was a high up person in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Finland. Like she was a high up diplomat. She thought I was a diplomat for the Irish government. I should have said yes. It would have been pretty funny. But that was that. That's when we were sitting down. We were having tea. I talk about it in the video when it comes out. It's coming out soon. But we were having tea at the time, and she was there. She was probably wondering, who I was. And that was that. And then obviously explained who I was, etc. And then obviously the other people there, obviously it was social democrats with me. So, I wasn't a stranger, basically. It wasn't just like I walked in off the street or anything like that. So it was nothing like that. But I was wondering why, and I only thought about it there this morning, why they were asking me for my address. And that was the reason why, But it was a nice touch, I know. I did an email too, but it was not from her, obviously, but from one of her secretaries saying, I hope you enjoyed your time in Finland. So that's that. That's what I got. Which is pretty cool. I'm sure you would admit that's pretty cool. Especially, let me see, how to block this again. But especially, as you see here, priority, etc., etc. This is this stamp here is more like, it's not like, it's very, like, what would you call it? It's very high priority because it's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So it literally was said double quick. It was only posted there Friday evening, so it's already here pretty quick, basically, from Finland. So you can see how quickly they get, especially when it has the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Finland. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, not the Ministry, it's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So, high priority letter, basically. So it was sent very quick. So the postman had a bit of a fit this morning. It was literally not like an only priority stamp. It's literally a government stamp. Like it's a diplomatic stamp, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So very high, thing basically they get. So there you go, just to show again. I put it up in the community post. I was going to show, but again, my plan was I didn't plan for this thing to happen. Because obviously, nobody planned for it. But I just thought I'd show you that because I showed more now on thing. I suppose I'm taking away from what's happened in Kulak, but I suppose some good news. Well, not really good news, but Sandra will be jealous. She's out doing this a bit. But the thing about Santa's one too, and I found out about it. Like, it was opened. Like, the letter I sent to Santa that time, it was opened because the Prime Minister, their office got it. I talk about it in the whole video coming up, but basically, long story short, there was a bit of debate with my letter that time. Because the reason why there was a bit of debate and why the other Prime Minister, because we came from the Prime Minister's office, the other letter, you remember, printed up here, it came from him. Because it had a different Prime Minister's name on it. So there was a bit of debate about sending it to me. I found out when I was over there. Because technically it was addressed to Sanna Marin. It wasn't addressed to the current Prime Minister. It was addressed to Sanna Marin. So there was a bit of debate, should they send it? Because it was not addressed to the current Prime Minister. It was addressed to the former Prime Minister. So thankfully they did send it that time. But, but the unfortunate thing was, it was the heel of the hut, I suppose, let's put this way, that it was literally in the Prime Minister's office. It literally was in the Prime Minister's office. That's the kicker. And I didn't say it before, but it literally was. It was literally there. So, unfortunately, as I say, They were right the first time when I asked about it. There was too much stuff going on at the time with NATO when they were joining NATO. And obviously, Santa Mount had no time to look at letters, etc., etc., because that busy with that. So only for that, we probably would have got a nice handwritten letter from Santa Mount. That's the only reason. That's the kicker. So, because it was read through and it did show, because they do have to put it down in writing that this letter was sent, etc., etc., because they have to look into it and all that. So, so it was literally in the Prime Minister's office. So it was literally there. And that means the other Prime Minister seen it. The current Prime Minister of Finland seen it. So, that's what it means. So, we see. But what I'm trying to say is it literally was seen by the current Prime Minister, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there was a lot of debate about it, because they've never really done it before. And the only reason why, and this is the next bit I have to tell you, the only reason why this all came to light, just to say, because I was talking to somebody from the Social Democrats and I was going over the Finland. This is about 2 or 3 months before the one from the Prime Minister came in the office of the Prime Minister. Pivoted over to it. But anyway, long story short, I said it to the fellow from the Social Democrats that I wrote to Santa Mount for Cavan Day and asked her for an autograph, etc., etc. This is when she was out of office, obviously. But I just mentioned it to him. And I didn't really ask him to look into it, but he did look into it. He went out. That's how I got it, because he basically asked in the Prime Minister's office, where was that letter? Did she see it? Did she not? Where was it, basically? And that's what really came out about it, because they went looking for it. Because only for that, they wouldn't have probably said it. They went looking for it, because they were informed by the person I knew in the Social Democratic Party. There was a letter there for Santa Mount. And obviously, it was there. Like, it was in her office, like in the Prime Minister's office. At the private house, it was there. It was there. There was loads of letters there for the Prime Minister to read, etc. Because obviously they have to be cleared first and all that. So it was there. Like, I didn't say this before, but I found all this out when I was over there. So that's how I got the letter from the other Prime Minister, basically, for the autograph and stuff like that. Because it was actively sought out where it was. So that's the only reason why. And how I got the other one, just to say, how I got this one. So this obviously wasn't from Santa Mount, unfortunately. But the fellow that I knew from the Social Democrats, he knew somebody that had 2 of these. Well, because he used to be in the Social Democrats. He used to be with Santa Mount, basically. And he had 2 of these lying around. So he sold me one, thankfully. So that's how I got me handed this one. Does it all make sense now? Like, it kind of does when you fit all the pieces together, because I never said it before, because it would have basically told you, the whole facts where I was going, basically. And that's why I never said anything. So that's how it worked out. I got this. Unfortunately, as I say, she didn't write back, but she probably would have wrote back, unfortunately. And that's the saddest. That's the upsetting thing, because it was literally there. Like, it was cleared and everything, and they were happy enough with it, etc., etc. And they looked into Cavan Day too. They knew what Cavan Day was, and etc., etc. Because again, they had to look into why I was saying to the Prime Minister of Finland about Cavan Day, etc. Because the idea was to try and get to the post on social media, etc., etc. And obviously get an autograph at the same time, but we didn't. But thankfully, we did get an official one. But it wasn't technically from the wheel thing, compared to this one that's from literally the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the other one was literally from the Prime Minister's office. This was kind of one that was given to somebody else and they give it to me, basically. If that makes any sense. So that's how I ended up with this, basically. Let's put that way. Does it make any sense? I suppose it's a long, complicated story, but I suppose it does make sense a bit, does it? Because it is a queer story. I only found out all of this too when I went over, Because again, there was a big debate. The big debate was, is it right to open another Prime Minister's letter that's addressed to another Prime Minister? That was the big debate when they did find the letter. Should they send something else, or should they, just find out where it was? And they did. Because technically, it's the same if I sent the letter to your house now, take for example, Shawnee or Sean, take for example, I sent you a letter and it's addressed to, say, Fiona, right, or say it's addressed to her and only, right? Would you be allowed to open their letters and find out their personal information, or anything? I suppose it goes back to that too. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you get what I'm saying. I suppose it's the same for the Prime Minister too, because there's a different Prime Minister. And I'm probably going on too long about this, especially because what's happened in Kulak. I probably shouldn't really brought it up tonight, But I just wanted to show you. I wanted to show you because I thought I was pretty happy with it. well in with the Finnish government, not they? But I can't answer you that, Sean, because I don't know myself to be totally honest with that. So there's more footage now. We'll not be much long. We'll probably only go to 8. Um, like Santa Boy would be jealous. Um, so I'm just reading up stuff. Um, but I will make a video just talking about it though, because it is an interesting story. That other thing, but I'll bring it up Wednesday. Hopefully Wednesday a bit more calmer, and I can say something because it's just the fact there's too much happening. But obviously I do condemn, just as because I probably didn't say that earlier on. I do condemn the Gaudi spraying elected councillors. Whatever about, and especially because they were trying to negotiate with the council, they're trying to negotiate with the guards, and they turned around and spray elect the council. Now they probably didn't know the war. We could argue that, but still, at the end, they shouldn't be doing that when people are trying to de-escalate what's happening. You know. Um, but I think we might just leave it there because we'll see what happens overnight. But I think we'll leave it there. We'll be back probably tomorrow. We see how we go because there's other stuff we need to talk about. But obviously, with the Kulak situation going on at the moment, I don't think it's appropriate really to uh, try and talk about other stuff. So we probably will leave it there. So thank you. Again, I just wanted to briefly come on to talk about the whole situation. Well, it's not good night. It's going to be a long night because I'll be watching to see what's happening. So it's not going to be a good night. But we will definitely chat again. Hopefully, hopefully all goes well enough tonight. But we'll definitely be back either tomorrow or Wednesday. And I'll probably maybe make a video soon about it. So, I'm not too, I'm only kind of here reporting on it. There's other people doing better work than me at the moment, I suppose, on it. But anyway, I'm contributing, calling it out, I suppose. Anyway, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night if you can, and talk to you again. Bye.